I was 16, maybe 17. I really forget exactly how old I was. But my friend Mimi, she was like, you have to come with me to this theater. It's like in between us. And I was like, well, I can't drive. And she's like, well, I'll come get you. So she picked me up and she took me to Enzian to see the 50th anniversary of Casablanca. Kind of what struck me about the theater is, of course, I'd been going to movie theaters since I was a child and I was, a teenager. So I was probably going to the movies like twice a week in my teen years. But I'd never been to anything like Enzian before. It was very, very unique. It was very different. I mean, the first thing that makes Enzian different than just a multiplex is obviously it's a single screen art house theater. The seating situation here is nothing like what it is in a regular movie theater. It's much more almost living room style. But from a programming standpoint, we have no one to necessarily answer to. We don't have to go through, multi-billion-dollar corporations to get approval on what's going to be on the screens. And so it allows us to have an insane amount of flexibility that you don't necessarily always have. I always tell people that bad movies are better with an audience, and great movies, you can't replicate that no matter what. So usually the experience of going to see a movie, and we'll talk about like a drama that's really slow. So if I watch a really slow drama at home in my house, everything is designed to distract me from watching the movie. Or if I go to a movie theater and the lights go down, whether I'm alone or there's 200 people in here, I'm sort of forcing myself to be sort of encapsulated by the experience and the film itself. You can build a 120 inch projection screen in your house and you can get Dolby Atmos for your living room now. But you still can't put like a bunch of strangers. I mean, I guess you could. Theoretically, you probably aren't inviting 70 strangers over to your house to sit there with you in the dark and watch it together. And that communal experience is why movie theaters and concerts and all of those things that can be to a degree replicated at home can't be completely driven from the marketplace. Everybody's always touting about the death of cinema, but realistically, come on. I'm still buying vinyl records in 2024, and I was buying vinyl records in 1982. And one of the things that's, predominantly you're hearing more and more in pop culture these days is people are willing to put money down for experiential, events. We had an idea that we really wanted to do a program which was a don't ask permission, ask for forgiveness programming thing where we could play anything we wanted to. And we've been able to show really, really, really aggressive cinema. To be able to do Freaky Fridays and every once in a while put in stuff like Tetsuo or putting in stuff like The Shining Forwards and Backwards. Those are experiential events. You're going to them for the event itself. And maybe that will change you. Maybe you'll go and see something that'll blow your mind. Because nobody in this entire theater had seen The Shining Forwards and Backwards. Look, at the end of the day, I don't mind getting yelled at about something that I got put on screen because I'd rather you be angry than bored. Things that get people to come out, things that you can't get at home or that you can't get on Amazon. And to me, art house movie theaters need to do the same thing. They need to be talked about, can we bring this filmmaker in to talk about their movie, or can we at least even Zoom this filmmaker in to talk about their movie, because that technology exists that makes it a lot easier for me to get somebody from Poland to be talking about it without having to fly someone here from Poland. So I think no matter what happens, there will always be a place for movie theaters. There will always be a place for people to congregate, sit in the dark and watch a movie.